are starting with the question number 18. So let's grab the information they are providing. So the moon is fires a projectile. So they present the projectile. The initial velocity is this. So this is the initial velocity. The angle is theta to the horizontal. Okay, so we know the horizontal distance traveled by the projectile was this. Okay, these are the pretty much information that we have. The time taken for the projectile to reach the surface. Okay, now they're telling what's the time taken. So we know by considering the horizontal motion, because we know to move this much of distance it took that time. So this is quite straightforward. What we are doing is we are considering the horizontal motion. For this side, what you have is you can apply, the very famous question, S equals ut plus half at squared. So what we can see here is in the horizontal motion A equals 0. So even you can just write disregarding this part to 0, you can just write S equals ut as well. But I'll just keep it rather than being confused whether we can use it or not. Now, the horizontal component. We know whenever we have a velocity like this, there will be two components, which is this component, which would be, so I'll go with like a darker shade. This component will give you 2460 cos theta because this is adjacent. The other component, this would give us 2460 sin theta. So these are the two values. Okay, for horizontal motion, what we can use is we will have 2460 cos theta times 7.5 equals, we know the distance as well, so which is 2930. Now it's just a matter of subtracting. So we know cos theta this side, that means 2930 divided by 2460 times 7.5. So once we have it, now it's just a matter of cos inverse. So if I just twist the both sides, I have cos theta equals 2930 divided by 2460 times 7.5. To save up some time, so I'll subject the straight to subject cos theta. So we know we have to do cos inverse. Cos inverse of this value gives you the theta. So once we get it, we're gonna have literally this simplification is 0.15 this thing. So if I say cos inverse 0.1589, so theta is 80.9. So we can say this is almost equals to 81 degrees. So we have to make sure that we have our answer theta. So this is done. Now let's move to the next question. Now they're talking about calculate the speed of the projectile as it reached the surface of the moon. Assume. So now in the moon, the acceleration due to gravity still differs because the acceleration due to gravity is change in moon, which is this. Okay, we know by the time this is coming, now if we are considering the vertical motion, so we can go, this is the vertical motion, We'll go down actually. We can apply, to get the final equation, we can easily apply V equals U plus AT. So we know U is going to be the initial velocity which is 2460 cos theta, which is horizontal component. Vertical component is 2460 sin theta. So 2460 sin 81 plus gravitation acceleration is this times 7.5. So once we get it, we can get the answer as V as 2441 meters per second. So we can get that answer. Now we have the vertical this one. So if I redraw this, or if I take this particle, for downwards they have 2441 meters per second. For horizontally, we have this value. So if I just check that, so it's gonna be the horizontal 2460 cos 81. So that is also easy. We have that value because we got that value for our previous question was to get that. Okay. This is 391. So we have this angle too. So let's think about the resultant force. Resultant velocity is gonna be, this is resultant velocity. This is gonna be VH squared plus vertical component squared, and you rotate. This is value we're gonna get. So literally it's gonna be 391 square plus 2441 square and the rotate. So we have the speed, which is gonna be 2472 meters per second. So we can see this answer. We can later write it 2471 meters per second. But either way, just getting the value is not good. So always keep a best practice to write the theta as well, even though the question asks or not. Sometimes they give the marks like that. Let's make it like maybe the angle as alpha. So we can write tan alpha. That is going to be, according to this, 2441 divided by 391. So theta would be, which is the alpha will be tan inverse of this value, just in case they ask for. So this is how you do the Roman number 2. Now let's go to the B section. In the B section, what do they ask? Now again, it's a kind of a little bit different one, but seems interesting. Now a satellite is orbiting to the Earth. Okay, we already know that. Then what is important is that we have to think about it. Satellite is orbiting the Earth with the same initial height and the same velocity. So they have the same initial height and the same velocity. That means this velocity doesn't change and even this height doesn't change. Okay, so then a student use the equation as motion to predict the motion of this projectile. Okay, they're gonna do some predictions. Explain the predicted horizontal distance traveled by the projectile would be different than the horizontal distance fired in the moon. Okay, now they're asking about what will happen to the horizontal distance. The very first thing that we have to say is the horizontal component of the velocity is same as the moon because it doesn't change because it's just the same. But since it's 3 marker, that's how you should start our answer. First thing is the horizontal component of the velocity. We would say like that. Of velocity is as same as moon. Because none of this change, so it's gonna be, the horizontal velocity is gonna be same as 391 meters per second in both cases. This is pretty easy. Okay, the another one is, but we know on earth, since gravitational acceleration, since we know, since the g is, its gravitational acceleration is higher in earth, what would happen is, since it's higher, the projectile accelerates downwards much faster. The projectile, that's how we say, projectile, come, we call it like, accelerates downwards. It's coming downwards. Then what will happen is it will hit the ground faster. So let me take it to another position. Faster. Okay. That means the when the fast is that means our t is gonna be less. So what we can say now is, since the t is less, horizontal distance doesn't only matter the velocity, it matters with the both. So we know horizontal distance, we can say like, horizontal distance is affected by both vertical, velocity of horizontal direction is equals ut times the time. So the greater the time will make the greater the displacement, lesser the time will make the lesser the distance. So we know because of this time is less horizontal distance is we can call it like, is reached. So this is how we say. So you are telling for 3 markers, the 3 points, which are exactly what is required in the markings as well. Okay, so now the B part is completed. Let's go to the Roman number 2 of the B part. So it's a 2 marker which is quite easy. The student used the equations of motion to calculate the speed of the projectile at the surface of Earth. The student used a value of 9.81 for the acceleration of the projectile, but they are asking why the student's value, would not be accurate. Why he's wrong? Why he can be wrong? Asking why? Because in here there is no judgment whether that is correct or not. They are asking us straight away, okay, the student is wrong. Tell us why. So what he's saying is the student used this value for the acceleration of the projectile. What would say is like, we do these calculations thinking the air resistance is negligible, right? It's not. So we can, say air resistance is acting, air resistance is acting, on the projectile. That is how you say it is acting on the projectile. So, we could say since that occurs, vertical acceleration will not be a constant value in the first place. Might not be the constant value. It is changing over the time because it's not the same. So making it like, by the time it happens, there is drag force as well. This is a one more point, but they're asking for two things. Let's go with the drag force as well. Even the drag force acts, it's moving, so the drag force also acts. It's kind of a air resistance, but you can write that too. Even the projectile would decelerate horizontally as well. Horizontally as well. So these are quite explanative. So this is how you say it. That will complete all our motion questions on the projectile. So this, we started it from like a simple projectile, so we came up to a great answer at the end. Thank you.